Well, well, well. The Dallas Cowboys continue to make moves. The Dallas Cowboys made some great moves in free agency. The Cowboys continue to make moves in free agency. The Cowboys made some good moves in the draft. And there are people who saying the Cowboys either had an A+, an A- or a B+, but there is nobody who is saying that this draft was bad. And again, the Cowboys continue to make moves. Brian Schottenheimer, now we're getting a taste of Brian Schottenheimer on the practice field with the rookie minicamp. But there is a move that Brian Schottenheimer has made that I believe is a championship level move. And it is not on the field. It's in the locker room. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And if you haven't become a channel member already, please do. We have a lot of great things coming on this channel in the future. Now let's talk facts. The Cowboys have made some fantastic moves. And there are people out there, and again, I'm going to just continue on this trajectory. There are people out there who are lying to themselves. There are people in the media. There are Cowboy fans. They are lying to themselves. They're saying that this is either something that we've seen before or the Cowboys front office is the same old front office. No. This Cowboys front office is moving different ever since Brian Schottenheimer became the coach. And I know why they're doing these things. I mean, we're saying some of these things like, well, the Cowboys don't want Brian Schottenheimer to fail. Well, why would they want a coach to fail? We're saying things like, well, this is what they do in the first couple of years. And we've seen that before too. But the thing that's different to me in this one is that you keep hearing everybody singing the same song, stating the same philosophy, all the way from the front office to the rookies. They are all saying the same things. And when I talk about these moves that the Cowboys made in the locker room, Athlon Sports, and I want to give Fish credit. There's a diagram that he put up, but anybody who listened to my live stream on Saturday, I talked about this before Fish or anybody had even reported on this to my knowledge. The thing that got me in the live stream, the thing that got me was when Brian Schottenheimer talked about the move that he made in the locker room. And the reporters, they were asking, and there were two questions, and he elaborated on the second question about why did he make the moves in the locker room. Well, let's listen to what he said on Saturday, and then I'll tell you what I said on Saturday. Let's roll it.
And then how involved are you with kind of the setup in the locker room? Like the players getting to saying that, like we go on there yesterday, obviously there's some players that have left and some other guys, Micah's closer to Dak, things like that. Do you have a big say in that? Is it up to the players? Who do you turn?
We moved some guys around. This year I did, along with the help of the staff. Again, they don't really get a say in that. But there's a method to the madness. I think when the guys went into the team room for the first time, I made them all stand up after they sat down. I let them sit down, and I had them stand up, and I had them move seats. Why? It's a new year. It's 2025. We'll do that in 2026. We'll do that in 2027 and beyond. I think it's just when you start a new year, do something different, change something up. So it's something that's talked about, thought about, but there's a method to the madness at times.
Now, the key phrase he used in this particular instance is change. Brian Schottenheimer, when you listen to this interview, it is a lesson in psychological, and for the lack of a better term, it is a clinic on psychological warfare. Trying to win over the minds of people. Because I tell people all the time, just like slavery starts in the mind, Success starts in the mind. Success starts by what you hear, what you put in your mind. Success begins by every little thing you say and everything little thing that you do. And what Brian is doing that I think that is so powerful, it's the detail stuff. All through this interview, I'm listening to the details, little small things that he's doing, because he believes that these things are going to play huge dividends. And so you think about what he's doing. Brian Schottenheimer was the coach, was one of the coaches here. So why leave things the same? You're the coach now. You don't have to say necessarily there's a new sheriff in town. But what you do have to do is you have to establish the things that you want to implement in a way to where it makes sense. And that's why he said the method of his madness. And he's going to expound upon this in just a second. I'm going to let you hear the next part. But the thing that I love, change, because change is necessary. And change is what helps us grow a lot of times, even though we fight change. But I think the Cowboys are welcoming change because things have become so, it was just the same old rigmarole. That the Cowboys are coming in year after year. They know who the starters are. They know kind of like, maybe what they're going to do more or less, even though Zimmer was a little bit of a change. But at the same time, this change, it reinvigorates the veterans. It reinvigorates the leaders. The rookies, this is all going to be brand new. But Shotty is finding a way to kind of, in a sense, make everyone be excited about what he's doing. Now, let's listen to this this is going to be asked again by Clarence Hill. Now, this is the part that I like because they're already talking about him and Dak, their lockers being close together. Watch this.
Micah, about Dak. You just talk about Dak. You said that was COVID decision. And what did you see from Dak in his rehab?
Yeah, first one's easy. Two of our best players. Put them together. There's also other things we're doing in there where guys are competing every day and different things that we've kind of put in there. But just they can challenge each other in a good way. And then you asked about Dak's rehab. Yeah, it's going well. He's doing great. And it's good to see him out there moving around a little bit on the grass. Good deal. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Now let me close this out. This is the part that impressed me about what Brian Schottenheimer did. And this, to me, is a championship level move. Let me tell you what irked me about this team under Mike McCarthy. It irked me that it seemed like that this team was actually two different teams. And then when Bone Fausel came, when Bone Fausel all of a sudden started doing things that he wanted to do, it seemed like three teams. It was like we were watching three coaches not be on the same page, kind of just like they're doing their own thing, and the offense is doing their thing, and the defense is doing their thing, and special teams is doing their thing, but they're not all together. And the thing that really irked me is Michael Parsons. Now, don't get me wrong. Michael Parsons would defend Dak Prescott in certain situations. But I also thought Michael Parsons, and I'm thinking this, and other people were thinking it too, because of some of the things that he would say, like these backhand comments about Dak Prescott, saying stuff like, well, you know what they say, when you're the highest paid, you don't have people around you. And it's strange to me that now that he's about to become the highest paid non-quarterback, it's like those sentiments are changing. And I'm telling you, I was not the only one picking up on it. And I'm telling you, if you don't think people in that locker room was picking up on some of that stuff, or when you remember in the season when they were talking about the top 5 quarterbacks and everybody was talking about, they didn't mention Dak Prescott. And I can understand why they didn't mention Dak Prescott, but you got to understand the room. You got to understand, emotional intelligence. You got to understand what's going on and understand to, hey, you know what? Dak is in our top 5, but we're biased. That's our quarterback. So not including Dak Prescott. And then you make that list. But again, it always seemed like to me ever so slightly that he was kind of taking digs at Dak Prescott. So what does Brian Schottenheimer do? It's genius. You put them next to each other. It's genius. Why? Because I noticed what he said. Challenge each other. Yeah, challenge each other. Yes, challenge Micah Parsons to be the leader that Dak knows he can be, and this franchise wants him to be. The fan base wants him to be. Challenge him, Dak. Challenge Dak, Micah Parsons. Challenge him, or should I say, rather than challenge him, or if you don't like something about his gameplay, no more backhand remarks. No more subliminal stuff. Whatever the case may be. You got an issue with Dak. Now you're going to be right next to Dak every single day. And now Dak and Micah Parsons, iron sharpens iron. They're two leaders on the team. And I'm going to show you something in this diagram that Mike Fisher put together. Shout out to Mike Fisher again over there on Athlon Sports. I guess CowboysCountry.com is what he call it. But again, they do some great stuff over there. I use quite a bit of their stories. But one of the things that Mike Fisher did, he showed us the diagram. And again, I had already talked about this on Saturday, but I love the diagram that Mike Fisher gave because look at this. Dak Prescott and Micah. You know why? Dak is the leader of the offense. Micah is the leader of the defense. Put these two together so that you make sure that we don't get that problem that we had under Mike McCarthy, like we got two different units and they're not working together. No, we got a team. The offense and the defense, they have to have each other's back. And look at this. You notice how powerful this is? Also, Diggy is right there too. He just got signed. Michael's about to get signed. Lamb got signed. Do y'all see the issue? You kind of got a leadership circle with these right here. Circle, square, however we want to put it. This is a championship level move. I love the fact that when these four players come off the field and when they come to the locker room, they're going to be in the vicinity. They get to talk to each other. They get to communicate. They get to see how each other's feeling. They get to do whatever it is that they do to make sure that they continue to be on the same page. I'm telling you, this is so powerful when you think about it, because you think about Mike McCarthy it was like he was trying to bridge a gap. Later on this season, he was talking about, we're going to start crossing over rooms. And, he was saying stuff like that because it was very obvious what he was saying. The offense and the defense, it's like they didn't know what each other were doing. They were not on the same page. And to me, it just seemed like at times they were not even playing the same game together. But this right here, iron sharpens iron. It creates accountability. And I think it's going to make the relationship between Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons so strong. And I do believe this team needs for Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, they need to really have a great relationship together because they are being looked at as the leaders on the team, the veteran presence on the team now. Micah said, it's my time. It's been Dak time. Dak is the overall leader of the team. It is time for CeeDee Lamb to own that doggone wide receiver room. And I am so looking forward to Oso Digizua taking another step and helping Mozzie Smith take another step. But again, I'm telling you, this is a move I believe that is going to pay dividends. I believe this is the championship move. And Brian Schottenheimer, I'm telling you, his psychological warfare is incredible because not only is he trying to, not only has he won them over, I believe he's already won them over, but he's creating this family atmosphere and he's also making sure that he puts these most pivotal players and making sure that they're going to hold each other accountable. They're going to hold each other accountable. You keep them in the vicinity, and you also not only hold them accountable what they do on the field, but you can also hold them accountable. They can hold each other accountable for what they're doing and what they're saying off the field. Power move. Power move by Brian Schottenheimer. I absolutely love it. Power move. And again, I've already heard Michael say like him and CD and Dak, they're getting on the same page. And this right here, bravo, Schottenheimer. Bravo. Another way of getting these guys on the same page. So again, I'm loving everything Brian Schottenheimer's doing. Y'all tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until the next time, let's talk Cowboys where we talk facts. Peace.